task this week is to make soda bread. So I'm sieving 225 grams of plain flour into my bowl. And here I have 175 millilitres of plain yoghurt. So let's put that, I won't put all of it, just some of that into the bowl. And then using your spoon or knife, bring the mixture together. Right, so the raising agent that we've got in this bread is going to be bicarbonate of soda. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon of that into my floury mixture. And we don't want to add too much because it will have a really salty, quite unpleasant flavour. But we do need it in there for the raising agent, and it reacts with the properties within the yoghurt to give a good rise in the oven. Now, I'm going to add in just a pinch of salt and counteract against that a pinch of sugar. Okay, to bring out the flavour in our bread. Okay, so I'll try not to throw it all over you. So just keep mixing, and it will look like the dough is beginning to come together. Okay, you can see it's starting to stick together. Now, I don't mind what you add into your bread. You can just put it as a plain soda bread if you want to. I'm going to make mine into a cheesy bread. Quite like putting olives and feta in it actually as well. But today we'll just go with some cheese. Right, so that's in the dry mixture. And then if you want, you could sprinkle cheese over the top of it as well. Now, I'm just going to scrape in the last bit of my yoghurt because I've still got a bit of dryness at the bottom of the bowl. Now, obviously I don't want it to be too sticky, because if it's too sticky then I can't handle it. Now, that is just about ready to get my hands in there. Okay, so obviously right at the start I did wash my hands. Make sure you wash your hands. I know we're all washing our hands loads at the moment, but especially when you're cooking. So, get your hands in there and literally push the dough around the bowl to collect up the ingredients. Okay. Now, if there's a few crumbs left at the bottom of the bowl, don't worry about it too much. Right. Now, you also need to make sure that you've got your oven on. Oven needs to be on to 220, so it needs to be nice and hot when the dough goes into the oven. Right, now that is done, so I'm going to put that onto my worktop. Get a little bit of flour, just a little bit, onto the worktop. I'm just going to knead it together. So using the heel of your hand or your knuckles, okay, push the dough away from you and then fold it over, back over onto itself. Okay, now if it gets a little bit sticky, just add a little bit more flour to it. Now, this isn't like a standard bread dough where we need to knead it for 8 to 10 minutes to strengthen the gluten strands and get it nice and stretchy and elastic. This is literally just to bring the dough together. Now, clearly, if you want to shape it into, I don't know, a plait or something like that, by all means, please do. There will be house points available for the most creative designs. But I'm literally going to just slash the top of mine in a cross when I find what to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use a knife because I can't find my palette knife. So literally, I'm going to cut across the top like that. And then I'm going to cut the other way so it's in a cross. Okay, the reason we do that is so the steam can escape. Okay, so it just looks like that. Now, onto your baking tray. You can use greaseproof paper if you want. I'm just going to put a bit of flour on there. That stops the dough from sticking. So I'm going to put that onto there, and then that will go into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then we will see you when it is cooked. And here you have your finished sourdough bread. Okay, so you'll know it's done. Tap it on the bottom and it sounds hollow, and it will have risen and it would have gone golden brown. Okay.